If you're 35 and feel like you're already behind with money, I need you to watch this whole video right now because here's what's actually happening. You spent your whole 20s and early 30s doing everything right. You went to school, you got the career, you bought the house, maybe you had kids, and somewhere along the way, nobody sat you down and said, hey, here's what you should actually be doing with the money that you're earning. Well, now you're looking at your bank account thinking, is it too late? I missed my window. You haven't, but you do need to start, and you need to start now. So here's 5 things that I want you to do with your money in the next 30 days. Number 1, before you do anything else, find out what you actually have. So go through every single account that you can think of and write down exactly what you own. This could be a 401k from a job that you left in 2019 that you completely forgot about. This could be a Roth IRA that your mom set up for you when you started earning money, a savings account that you opened and never touched. Write it all down. Women that I have worked with have found literally thousands of dollars sitting in these accounts that they forgot even existed. Money that was sitting around doing absolutely nothing for you while you're over here thinking that you're behind. Number 2 is to stop waiting until you have quote unquote enough. I talk to women every single week who say, I will start investing when I have $500 saved up or $1,000 saved up. And let me tell you, that day never comes because lifestyle creep is real. Like, if you're a millennial and you're making more money than you've ever made in your entire life so far, you will end up finding a way to spend it. Your expenses will continue to creep up until you're again living paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much you're making. So start with $50. Heck, start with $20. Compound interest does not care that you started small, it just cares that you started. Number 3 is to make sure that you are getting that 401k match at work. If you are not, you're leaving free money on the table. It's the only time that you can guarantee 100% return on your money. So I want you to go to your HR department. I want you to ask them how much of a match they offer and ask them how much you're actually matching. If you're not contributing enough from your paycheck to get the full match, then you need to bump that up until you are. 4, you're going to open a Roth IRA and you're going to automate the investments inside of it. So I have a lot of videos going over how to do this with screenshots and video walkthroughs. But as a reminder, a Roth IRA is one of the most powerful wealth building tools that you can own. You contribute after tax dollars, meaning you've already paid taxes on the money that goes in. And after that, everything that you earn in that account is completely tax free for life. You never pay taxes on it again. When you retire, you can withdraw that money absolutely tax free without penalty as long as you're age 59 and a half and the account has been open for at least 5 years before your first withdrawal. But here's the part that a lot of people forget. Make sure to set up an automatic transfer from your paycheck or from your bank on a recurring basis. Automate it. Life gets busy, and especially as women, we have 10,000 things in a day to remember. The last thing we want to add to that is, did I make my investment this month? It's also so that you can invest before you convince yourself that you needed that money to take a spontaneous trip this weekend. Trust me, you may not forget about that trip in 2 weeks, but you will forget about that handbag that you swore you needed that suddenly feels less essential at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night. And number 5, commit to learning just one new thing about financial education a week, not everything at once. That's too overwhelming for anybody. This is where most people get completely stuck. They feel so far behind that they try to go in and do everything so that they end up doing nothing because they get so overwhelmed, or they end up staying in research mode where they get analysis paralysis and they have so much information that they still do nothing with it. So just pick one little thing this week. Maybe it's finding out what an index fund is. Next week, it's an expense ratio and learning why that matters so much to your overall wealth building potential. Just keep it small and keep it steady. You do not need a finance degree. You do not need to be good at math. You just need to commit to yourself and keep showing up. Because as a woman who has built a 7-figure net worth and a multi-6-figure investment portfolio on her own with no financial advisor, here's what I can tell you for sure. The women who build real wealth aren't the ones that started at 22. They're the ones that stopped letting shame and guilt dictate their lives, and they started wherever they were. 35 is not behind. 35 is 30 years away from 65. That is 30 years that your money has to keep growing and compounding. You will be shocked at how much you have at the end of that time if you just stay consistent. So save this video, pick one of these 5 things to start today, and then work on the rest of the 5 as you go. And if you want an exact roadmap for how to start your investing journey, no matter what age you are, comment the word newsletter and I'll send you my free blueprint.